Hello, Gemini. What is going on? Welcome to another love and romance reading for March 2023. I hope you are all doing well. So this reading may resonate if you have a Gemini sun, moon, rising Venus, or any other major Gemini placements. Please remember that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And also feel free to swap the roles if it makes sense. I could be talking about you or your person because I am simply reading energies. And lastly, Gemini, if I feel that it will genuinely be insightful to do an extended reading based on what we see here, I'll let you guys know about that at the end of this reading, but you'll be able to find the link for that in the description box below. But anyways, enough of me talking. The deck is already throwing us some cards out. We have Step Out of Your Comfort Zone, North Node. So Gemini, I'm sensing that there is a situation at this time where there's a need to step out of one's comfort zone. This could be you or your person, but I do feel that the energy surrounding a situation may be a little bit uncomfortable, but it is challenging you, your person, or this connection to dig a little bit deeper or face fears and to still go ahead, go forward, step forward. Okay. Someone may be dealing with some fears at this time. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus at the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, you may have Taurus in your chart. Maybe your person does, but that is not necessary. But Gemini, I am sensing that it is possible to reach a destination here. It is possible to manifest what it is that you want. It is possible to reach the highest potential here in a connection. However, there may be a need for a grounded, practical plan. Okay, I'm sensing that the idea of planning for someone, this could be your person, this could be you, it may feel uncomfortable or looking too far ahead. I feel like there's a desire to do that, but there are fears that surround it. There may be a lot of question marks. There may be some confusion. But this is very much about the future of something. The desire to get there, to know where one wants to go, but how? And I'm just getting this image of needing to, it's like, one has all these dreams, but the need to anchor them down in a realistic, practical plan. That's what I'm getting so far. Let's see. Let's pull a few more here because we're going to be starting out with oracle cards just to grab the overall theme and energy, and then we'll dive deep with tarot. But let's see what else comes out here for the Gemini collective. Rest and rejuvenate. So there may be a bit of a time out here between you and your person. That's not absolutely necessary, but I do feel that there's a sense of downtime where things have slowed down a bit. Okay. We do have truth at the bottom of the deck. So I do feel that there is some sort of awakening, possibly a decision that needs to be made. Again, something around planning. Now let's pull a few more here. What else is going on here, please, Spirit? 1 week. Okay, so this is a general reading. So what I do need to say here is that this is indicating that whatever situation is at hand is temporary. Okay, so this may be very good news to hear that, especially because this is in the blocked position or the challenge position. So there may even be some impatience as well. We have separation needed at the bottom of the deck. So again, there may be a sense of separation. If there isn't like technically a separation, it could just feel like there's this emotional distance. Maybe even for some of you, there's physical distance. But as I was saying, there's a bit of downtime here between the two of you in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to pull a few more with the angel, the romance angel oracle cards, and then we'll grab the tarot and see what this is all about. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So there's something that came up here. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So Gemini, I feel like there's something questionable that came up here. True love at the bottom of the deck. There's no doubt about this, Gemini, that you and this person share this deep connection. And I do feel like the universe is very much supportive of this connection. However, I feel like there are some red flags or questions that have popped up for you regarding this person. There's a need to step out of one's comfort zone. It may be about moving forward or some sort of commitment, the future, planning, something around that is what I'm getting. About moving forward with something. I do feel that for some of you, it may literally be engagement, but it could be leveling up in a matter. Okay, there's something here about one's commitments and where they're placing their energy, but still this is calling you to stay optimistic about your love life. I do feel like you are doing your best to do that at this time. However, it's kind of like you can't ignore the questions that have come up in your mind about this person. And whatever happened here, it may be that there is this withdrawal that is happening between the two of you. But I feel like, it's like someone's afraid to step out of their comfort zone. There may even be a fear. I'm not going to say like vulnerable because it's not even necessarily that. Maybe for some of you it is, but it's like to take a leap of faith here in a way, or to just go for something. But let's see what the tarot has to say about this, Gemini. Everything has been pre-shuffled, but I do give this a very quick shuffle before we start pulling the cards. All right, so Spirit, please bring in the messages for Gemini, the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and those with any other major Gemini placements. I'm just feeling this tickle in my throat right now. I feel like there could be something here about communication that could be coming in, something that someone wants to say, but is kind of biting their tongue. Such a funny feeling, but Spirit, please tell us more about step out of your comfort zone, rest and rejuvenation, 1 week. You can probably hear it in my voice. Pay attention to the red flags, engagement, and stay optimistic about your love life. Please tell me more about this, Spirit. Please bring in clarity for the collective, clear answers, guidance, and insight. 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Page of Wands in the reverse. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. The Knight of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. The Ace of Wands in the reverse. And the 10 of Cups. This is beautiful. As I'm trying to fight off this tickle in my throat, I'm actually going to go get water right now and I will be back. But we do have 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck for the overall energy and the 2 of Swords. I will be right back. All right, Gemini, I'm back. I think I'm good now. But what I am getting here is that in the past, or maybe you're dealing with this right now, but there is a lack of cohesion between you and your person, and it may feel like they're a bit difficult to work with, okay? I'm sensing that for some of you, this person's energy may be placed elsewhere, such in hobbies, in their career, okay? I am sensing that there is exchanges going on between the two of you, or at least that's what is incoming here. However, your person is showing up as the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, which is making me feel that there's a sense of stagnation on their end. There's a bit of a stuck energy here coming from your person, and it may be that this person is very much wrapped up in their work and just keeping some sort of like routine here going. And if it's not that, then it may be that this person is really, really averse to any sort of like risks. Like they are afraid to put even their emotions out there. You may be dealing with someone who is more of a homebody, who prefers to stay at home, isn't too adventurous. And if this is not externally, then this just may be internally, that this person is kind of stuck on something here. It may be some sort of preoccupation, like I said, elsewhere. Or it may just be regarding matters of the heart, that there are some fears coming up for them in terms of investing, okay? Because the Page of Wands in the reverse showing up as the block, I do feel like there is someone here who wants to take action. I do feel like there is someone here who has some creative plans in mind. However, with the Page of Wands in the reverse, this is saying not yet. It's not a total no, but it's like a not yet, not ready to take that particular action yet, not yet with carrying out that plan. The Ace of Wands in the reverse representing you, Gemini, is telling me that you are not seeing much to work with here. You may be feeling like there is a lack of an opportunity to take action or to manifest something here. There's a lack of potential in terms of action. Okay? But there is still some sort of interaction that is occurring between the two of you, and this balanced interaction. So this could be a conversation or literally spending time with one another, and this is the energy that you are experiencing. But at the very least, there is some sort of equal give and take here that both people are engaging in. But ultimately, with like moving forward on some sort of plan or initiation on something, it's like not yet. The thing is the Ten of Cups shows that there will be this ultimate happiness between you two. So whatever this is, it seems like things are going to be resolved here. Okay, so this is beautiful. But with the overall energy, with the Seven of Cups, as we pulled, there may be a sense of confusion looking at the options here, what to do. There may be some confusing energies. My advice is to not jump to conclusions. And with the Two of Swords in the reverse as a secondary energy, this is telling me that additional information may be revealed here, but there's still a situation where it may feel as though there's a bit of a stalemate. But the good thing is that the blindfold is coming off. When this is in the reverse, this is about the blindfold coming off, and it is about seeing additional perspectives and obtaining additional information that one was not aware of previously. It doesn't alleviate the whole decision-making process, though, in a sense of now it's just so easy to make forward, so easy to move forward and make some sort of decision. It still may be difficult with whatever this is if you are at that crossroads, but there's still more information coming in. So that particular message with the Two of Swords may only resonate for some of you, but I do feel like there is additional clarity, okay? And whatever this information is that is coming out, I do feel like there's someone here who's trying to interpret it and figure out exactly what it means, okay? So it's like the information is revealed, but it must be interpreted. What does it subjectively mean? How is it being interpreted? So that's what I'm getting here so far. So as a reader, Gemini, it is easier for me to clarify all of the cards at once and just get all of the cards out on the table at once so that I can just see everything, okay? It stops a lot of the going back and forth and all of that. So for that transparency, I'm going to draw all of the cards on camera, and then we are going to dive deep. All right, Gemini, let's get into this. So as I mentioned, I did draw all of the cards on camera for that transparency. I did turn some of these cards upside down just so that the table does not get too overwhelming for your eyes or mine. Okay, we're going to be starting with the piles that are revealed here, and then we'll make our way towards the piles that have not been revealed yet. We'll go through everything one by one in depth, as I always do. But let's get into this. So for some of you, this may be the energies that you are dealing with right now, but for others of you, for the majority of you, this may be the recent past or maybe even the more distant past, but it really depends on what timeline you're on, okay? And if you are currently dealing with this energy right now, I do feel that this is saying that this is very much temporary. You're going to be getting out of this energy quite soon, but I do feel like there was a situation here that felt a bit misaligned, especially regarding interactions with one another. It may have felt like you two are not on the same page. It may have felt like there was a lack of cohesion. There may have been a bit of awkwardness. It may have felt like, there were two people who weren't on the same team. Okay, it may have felt like someone was taking on the bulk of the work or the initiation or taking care of something here. But still, with strength in the Four of Swords, I feel like someone was drawing on their strength. And instead of, possibly making a big deal about it or, becoming outwardly upset, someone just decided, I'm just going to pull my energy away here. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to focus on healing, because whatever this was, I do feel like it did hurt someone's feelings a little bit here with the Ten of Swords in the reverse. It wasn't like, this massive destructive type thing. However, I do feel that someone's feelings and how this went about it was hurtful. And so someone decided to just kind of take the high road here, pull their energy away, focus on their own healing. Okay. And whatever the situation was, it may have felt as though things were kind of hanging by a string, That's what I'm really getting here. There may be some mirroring going on at this time between the two of you. But with the Six of Pentacles and the High Priestess, I do feel like there is some sort of exchange of information between the two of you. But with the High Priestess, the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, see, it would be different if the High Priestess was in the front here, because then this would be like, okay, something secretive is occurring that one may not know about, some sort of secret interaction, but no. With the Six of Pentacles, there is some sort of surface interaction going on here. It's pentacles. It's very evident that it's occurring. You may be talking with this person. There may be a conversation. But with the High Priestess coming after this card, this is telling me that there is something that is not being said. And it may be regarding some sort of opportunity with an earth sign. So you could have earth in your chart, maybe your person does, but I do feel like if it's not an earth sign, then someone's not speaking up about some sort of opportunity to nurture, restabilize, connect, and so forth. So I am wondering if there's some sort of interaction that is occurring, but someone or both people are kind of mirroring each other and holding back. This could be a little though. It could be a little offering of nurturing. It could, I just feel like you're intuitively connected here. Like you feel like someone is coming in for a reason to offer something, but they're not doing it. I feel like you're very connected with your intuition. Because with the block, as I said before, there's someone here who's not yet ready to fully come in and initiate. Okay. With Judgment and the Knight of Swords and the Six of Cups in the reverse, I do feel like there is some sort of wake-up call that has occurred related to the past. I feel as though someone here could be opening their eyes to something and having some major realizations, but they're not yet ready to bring up or talk about the past, especially with the Knight of Swords, which does talk about decisive action, but more so around the realms of communication. So I feel like there's a lot going on within one's mind, but not necessarily outwardly. I will be right back. I'm going to go grab my oracle deck. All right, let's get back into this. So I want to get some more information with my oracle deck, and just a heads up, this deck I just made myself. The artwork is still in the process of being made because I'm actually making my own legitimate oracle deck. But for now, not very flattering, but it's been extremely accurate. So we're gonna bring this into the reading. And please, if this resonates, let me know below. I would love to know how all of this is fitting into your life. I do read all of my comments. So let's check out the past here. I want to know more about the past. Hidden in the reverse. Fears in the reverse. Movement. Something may have been revealed here. And with fears in the reverse, there may have been some fears that came up, but someone had to work through them. So this could have actually been your person's energy for some of you, Gemini. For some of you, someone may have pulled away a little bit here. There could have been some fears, especially with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, that popped up for this person. Some fears may have come up that this person needed to face and work through in order to move forward. What's hidden in the reverse? Robotic. So something may have been revealed here, but this person, someone here could have been acting a bit robotic. Someone could have been, you may be dealing with someone who is operating from, a very logical mindset. Someone may not have been connected to their intuition too, but their emotions. Yeah, healing in the reverse. I feel like something was revealed here. Possibly about how someone was acting. Someone may have been acting a bit robotic, and it may have been due to blocked healing, due to some sort of circumstances. And in order to heal, someone may have needed to withdraw their energy to work through something, to think about something in order to move forward. This is very much the energy of wait. I need to think about something. Or someone could have even been feeling a bit overwhelmed here. Because the Three of Pentacles in the reverse as the primary energy, there's a lack of cohesion. There's a lack of working together. It may have felt like it was very, very lopsided. But whatever this separation or time apart was, or this healing, it does feel like this is helpful for someone to go through. So if someone did pull their energy away, they're working through something. They've been working through something. They're facing some fears that have come up for them. And it has been a block around their healing for them. This has been a block for them. And in order to move forward, this person needs to work through something. But now there's some sort of interaction between the two of you that I'm seeing. So let's check this out. I mean, alternatively, you may not know this about, what this person is going through, or maybe this is you, but you still may have pulled your energy back because you weren't seeing this cohesion. Wish granted in the reverse. Commitment. The reverse. Confusion. So yeah, there's some sort of exchange that is going to be occurring here if it has not happened already yet between the two of you. But it looks like one may not necessarily feel fulfilled with what this exchange entitles. It may feel like there are questions around what one is committed to. Someone may have gone back on something, so it may feel like someone is not coming in and offering this pentacle. There's confusion around it. There's confusion around this interaction. Justice. It's commitment in the reverse. Confusion, toxic, collaboration. So there may be a situation here that is arising where someone, they may come in and apologize, but it may not be exactly what one is hoping for because it feels like there's some sort of repetition of past energies that are coming into play here. Okay, it feels misaligned, and someone may be feeling as though they're quite confused. They may be feeling like, why is this person coming in? Like, yes, they're apologizing, but this is a repetition of the past. And someone may even feel like that this interaction's a bit toxic, or wondering why someone is holding back their energy here. There's a lack of being direct is what I'm getting, because there's still this pentacle. It's upright. It's not in the reverse. There's still this opportunity to nurture and bring in stability here in some way, shape, or form. But someone's holding back. Someone's not directly talking about it. Someone is withholding some information. There's something that's not being said about this whole entire thing. So it's creating a lot of confusion. And it's feeling like this is something coming up again from the past. That's what I'm getting. So it's like this indirect communication, beating around the bush. Yeah, so the block here has to do with conflict resolution, shattered, maturity. Yeah, so I do feel like what is blocked here is just kind of crushing through what needs to be talked about. Okay. I do feel like someone is coming in here quite reserved. Like there is this energy of holding back because something is not being said. Someone is being a bit robotic, and it's just like, ideally it would be just coming in, being transparent and clear about what one wants, and just this big reality check, this big open reality check of the situation, so everyone's on the same page. It's handled maturely. And sometimes it may be about breaking a certain facade here. If someone is just wanting to be seen in a particular way, or they're holding back because they're worried about what someone thinks here, it's just, let's just get it all out on the table here. I think that's what's necessary. And sometimes when everything's put out on the table, sure, it can be done in a mature way, but sometimes when we are the most vulnerable with ourselves, it can come out a bit messy. But I feel like there's very much this energy around the need to truly just open up, because there's this interaction that's occurring. something's not being said. There's still this energy of things being held back. And this person knows what that is, but it's like they're not ready yet to address something from the past head on. Intuitively, you, like I said, you may know that this person wants to say something here, has something to say about something, but is not speaking up. You may be very much connected and you know, but regardless, that doesn't matter. It's like you may know that, but in reality, there's some sort of repetition from the past. While you know that the energy that this person is capable of bringing in and may desire to bring in hasn't happened yet. Because your person here, they're showing up as the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Knight of Wands in the reverse, so Earth energy, fire energy, the Emperor in the reverse, Aries energy, and the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So there's a lot of blocked energy here. There is a sense of instability and impulsiveness, but this is very much beneath this primary card of this stuck, stagnant, slow-moving energy. Let's see. Tell me more about this. Boundaries in the reverse, decision and planning. Day to day. So, okay, so this is telling me the Seven of Wands in the reverse. This is about taking one's guard down. Decisions and planning day to day. I feel like someone is planning something here, but with the Knight of Wands in the reverse and this Emperor in the reverse energy, I feel like this person's a bit all over the place, and it's creating a sense of instability with which way they want to go. I want to know more about this. Unexpected in the reverse. Scythe. So, yeah, I feel as though you may see this coming, but this person may slowly be letting their guard down. Okay? Or someone is seeing this. There is this slow, foreseen energy of someone letting their guard down, and I feel like someone here is in the mix of making some sort of decision or planning around cutting something off. There's something here day to day that needs to be released. There may be something in this person's life that needs to be released, that needs to be cut out. And this person knows it. I don't know. Let's see. Soul connection. What is this about? Snake in the reverse. For some of you, this could be, well, I do feel like it is an external energy with communication in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. This could be a third party, person, place, thing, concept, idea, hobby, emotion. It could be literally anything. It could be career. It could be anything. But I do feel like this person is becoming more and more open to cutting something out of their life. And I feel like it's something external here, something that may have been a false connection. Okay. I feel as though a snake in the reverse, this is telling me that there is some sort of exposure related to possibly something social. It could be a friend group. It could be a friendship. It could be just a social circle, a family member, some sort of specific one-on-one connection. Or for others of you, it could be a career. It could be a hobby. It could be you know, something that this person does day to day. It could even be some sort of habit that someone may have once felt was good, but with the soul connection in the reverse, it's realizing that there are some differences here. And I do feel like whatever these differences were, there's an energy of someone outgrowing something here. But with the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Emperor in the reverse, yeah, I feel like someone is, it's like they know they need to throw the towel in with something, but there's this instability around it. And so I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, this person could be gripping on to anything in their life at this time that could be bringing in some sort of sense of like stability, routine, this withdrawn energy. Because I feel like a lot of this person's mental resources are being put towards something here that they know that they need to just deal with. And this may have been brought to their attention over time. I feel like this person wants to open up about this. But again, there may be this sense like they're worried what you think of them. I feel like this person has had their guard up. Very robotic. And this could very well have to do with something related to the fears that came up for this person. Okay, something being revealed to them. But with day to day, this is like a balanced release. Like someone knows that they need to cut something out here. And I do very much feel like for some of you, it could be another person. But for others of you, this is just some sort of false connection. And it could be with anything because this is all energetic. Like I said, it could be a hobby. It could be just how this person spends their time. It could be an addiction. It could be anything here, right? And when I asked more about this with the Eight of Swords in the reverse and the Empress, this ultimately has to do with facing one's fears. Eight of Swords in the reverse, facing one's fears, getting out of that self-talk, that negative mindset. And this may have to do with proper nurturing, proper stability, abundance, creativity. This could be, you know, you may have Taurus in your chart. If that's the case, this could be facing fears regarding a Taurus. And if not, then this is just the Empress. You got to ask yourself, have you been stepping into that Empress energy lately? Let me know below in the comments because I would love to know that. Is this you? Is someone needing to face their fears? Maybe there's something here that this person does that they know that you wouldn't approve of, or there's something about themselves that they just know that they need to cut out, something unhealthy. And this person may have been doing everything possible to prevent you from seeing them, and it like deep down, like what this is or whatever it is that they've been trying to hide. So that's why when there's like these interactions, this person will only go to a certain length. And this is why it feels like this is very repetitive and why there's confusion, why this person won't fully move forward. There's something here like this person possibly doesn't feel good enough, needs to really work on themselves in that regard, their self-esteem and so forth, is what I'm getting. Because the only thing that I'm seeing here that is toxic is this person's mindset towards themselves and how they view themselves. At least if this is your reading. And it's very much throwing themselves off, especially on an emotional level. It's very much this all over the place energy. So for you, you're showing up with the Ace of Wands in the reverse, the Page of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Three of Swords. So there is a sense of unfinished business here, a sense of heartbreak that occurred. And I feel as though you, because you're very connected, I do feel like there's something here with the High Priestess. I feel like when this interaction occurs, you may be feeling like there is a lack of opportunity to further explore this unfinished business related to this heartbreak or what happened, because this person is still closed off. I feel like they're giving a little bit more, but it's not enough past this confusion. There's still confusion. I do feel like you are in this Page of Swords energy. You're curious. You're willing to talk with this person. You're willing to learn more. You're willing to look at this sense of unfinished business, this block that's occurred between the two of you that has led to this sense of heartbreak. But ultimately, with the Ace of Wands, it's not getting too far. So I do feel that when you talk with this person, they may let their guard down a little bit here, but until they're ready to fully come in and until they're ready to execute some sort of plan, and they have to work through these fears first and face something. I feel like this person's like, everything needs to be perfect. I have to let go of this. If I stop this habit, if I stop doing this, then Gemini will never know. Or it's something like that. It's something that this person is trying to hide about themselves. Bad habits. Individuality. In the reverse. Opportunity. Let's see what's opportunity, career, and money. For you, I'm sensing, I mean, as I said, you may feel like this person has some bad habits, okay? And with lessons in the reverse, there may be, because this is repetitive and this is like this situation from the past, or it feels familiar, like this has happened again. You're just like, okay, like this, there's some bad habits going on here. Like someone isn't getting it, isn't learning a particular lesson. For some of you, you may have felt, actually, what I'm going to say here, though, is if you are talking with your friends about this situation, Gemini, if you are getting their input, even if they're the most supportive people on the planet, ensure that you are coming to your own conclusions on how you feel about this situation apart from them. Make sure you're not just taking on other people's views. And I'm not saying that that is what you are doing, but for some people out there, just for some, that may be a message for you. If that doesn't resonate, don't worry, that's for someone else, okay? You don't want to be too... Because for some of you, there may be someone that's like coming in here and offering unsolicited advice. That's just for some of you. Or, you know, you're talking with someone and they're just very, like they're speaking to you with conviction, like this is what this person must be doing, or this must be what it is, or something like that. Remember that everyone is different, okay? So unless the person that you're unless the person that you're connecting with, the person that's coming in and offering this advice, has personally dealt with your person, I would take it with a grain of salt. Because what your person is going through here is this slowly waking up, these slow realizations, wanting to take care of something on their own. I see this person coming in and opening up about it. This person is facing fears around creativity, or more so, I guess, expression with the Empress. There's something here about creative expression, as well. Because regardless of what the issue is, this person's like, their self-esteem, they're worried about what they think and so forth. So yeah, like if this person is coming across like cool, calm, collected, like a bit distant, a bit robotic, it's like they don't want you to get too close because they don't want you to see too far in, because they're trying to, before they let you in, I don't know why I'm getting this, but it's kind of in my mind, what I'm getting is, someone calls you up or someone calls someone up and they're like, hey, I'm gonna stop by, and the person on the phone's like, no, wait, I gotta, I'm not home yet, or I'm not there, or, we have to do it this time, but you can't come over now. And the truth is that person, maybe like their house is messy, or, they feel like they have to like clean everything up, because if they let anyone in the house, it's like what the other person's going to think of them. I don't know why that like came to my mind, but that's like something that crossed my mind with this whole situation. It's like, no, I can't let you in yet. I have to, it's not literally clean up the house, but it's just like more so this is like an internal sweep out of like fears or negative patterns or behaviors or like something like that. It's like this person feels like they gotta to figure it out. Or maybe there's something external, but this person is just very insecure about it. Like maybe where they live, or the amount of money that they make, or what they do for a living, or like something like that, right? And it definitely could have to do with money and opportunities around that. And maybe this is something that you saw in the past, especially with memories in the reverse. So you may intuitively feel like this is the case, but I do feel like you're like very intuitive, and you feel like this person, they may have some bad habits that need to be dealt with. And maybe this has to do, especially like if this is a person, this could be, like I said, there could have been a third party. If it is a person, if this person is dealing with, or there could have been like an external situation or an external person that is influencing these bad habits. And so this could be that this person's like, I need to cut someone out because they're creating this imbalance in my life, or they're influencing like negative day-to-day things that I do. I need to release this, and it's difficult to do when this person's around. For example, if this person, this is just an example, but it's like, let's say that your person is a social drinker, and the people that they hang around with, they're drinking all the time, so it's influencing this person, and this person's trying to get clean and no longer go down that path. It's like they may feel like, okay, I gotta cut this out. And for some, it may be cutting out that bad habit. They don't want you to see it. They don't want you to know about it. And for some, this person may also need to cut out a person that enables them. That's just for some. But that's really what I'm getting here. If this resonated, please let me know. So what's coming your way here, Gemini? Well, and we're going to bring this up here too. The Devil and the Nine of Cups. So, 10 of Cups, the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, the Lovers, Gemini energy, and the Nine of Wands. Well, it looks like there's this beautiful reunion here between the two of you. But with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, I am sensing that, especially with the Nine of Wands, it's like, yes, there's this soulmate energy, there's this beautiful reunion, there's this happiness, but someone may still be guarded. Someone may have their guard up. This may be the both of you. There is a bit of procrastination here. Yeah, especially the Hanged Man, Pisces energy, Capricorn energy here with the Devil, Libra with Justice in the reverse. There's still something here that this person may not have dealt with yet with the devil. You know, there may be some obsession. I mean, whatever this is, it's going to feel very, very good, but I still feel like someone here is guarded. I feel like someone here, and this could be you, it's like you're kind of side-eyeing this entire situation. Like, this person's back, like, yes, this feels really good, but I feel like you may be feeling like there's still something that is being dealt with behind the scenes. I feel like you want the whole truth, and I feel like, you know, this may feel really good when you two come back together, and you may be hoping that this person is just going to come in and spill everything, because it's like, you know that there's something going on here, and you may be waiting for that, and you may have your guard up until this person opens up and tells you something here. I don't feel like that is going to happen right away. Power in the reverse, yeah. Well-being in the reverse. Reflects. So what I'm sensing here is this person may come in quite soon, because they may be feeling like time is of the essence. They may be feeling a bit impatient here. So they may remove some sort of interference for the time being without having fully worked through it. I don't feel like this is the person, though. I feel like this is like the habit. This person may be struggling, or this person may even tell you about it, but they still may be struggling to make the total transformation. This is very much the energy of, and this is another example going back to the whole house cleaning example, where I had said, you know, someone calls you up and they want to come over, but you don't want them to see that your house is messy. So you're like, oh my gosh, no, you can't come over. I don't know why that came to my head. Or there's something, you know, that you don't want someone to see in your house or something like that. It's so random. So back to that example, it's kind of like this person's just like, if there's something in their home, maybe something private they're trying to hide, put it in the closet. Oh, that mess, oh, just throw it in the closet. It still hasn't been dealt with. It's in the closet type thing. They still need to fully unwrap it and deal with it. So it's like with power in the reverse, it's like pushing whatever this is to the side. And they may have trouble balancing that long term. This person's trying to force something, I feel like. They have to do the inner work. The only way out is through, like, going through the process of working through whatever truly needs to be released and authentically releasing it. This person has every plan, though, in the book to release it or get rid of whatever this is. But with divine timing, yeah, it's just like they just want to get back out there to you. They're impatient. With transformation in the reverse, it's kind of like they're trying to plow past that. They may have convinced themselves that they've figured it out. So if you're expecting commitment, I'm just saying off the bat, that may not be offered here. There's still this lover soulmate energy and this ultimate fulfillment and union. For some of you, there may be commitment, but Gemini, don't be convinced that this person, remember at the bottom of the deck we saw that there's a need for a practical plan. Your dreams need a practical plan. Where's the plan? Where's the planning? This person needs to address something with a practical plan. If there's no practical plan and this person's just winging it, this is when you're not going to see something resolved. So that's going to be your key here, is my recommendation, is make sure whatever this is, that there's some sort of practical plan with how things are going to be dealt with. Because this is, step out of your comfort zone. Whatever this is, this person, it's uncomfortable for them. And it's like, if only this person could come in, let you know what's going on. They weren't so afraid of what you think about something. They just want to deal with it on their own. And so it comes across like they're acting sketchy here. They have bad intentions, all these red flags. This person is afraid to be vulnerable about whatever it is that they're trying to hide. And I don't feel like whatever it is that they're trying to hide is like this horrible, horrible, horrible thing. It's just something that this person is like insecure about, is what I'm really getting here. So that is what I am getting. Gemini, if this resonated for you, let me know below. I would really love to know your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or any of your other major Gemini placements, so I know which part of the collective I'm connecting with. But we are going to be taking this over to the extended reading. The link for that is in the description box below. In that extended, we are going to be exploring all sorts of things that I feel will equip you with much more insight related to the situation. We're going to do this brand new spread that I've introduced to my channel called the You versus Them spread, which takes a look at the future energies, specifically the next 3 to 6 months between you and this person. We're going to take a look at the mutual energies, your energy independently, as well as their energy independently. We're going to take a look at intentions, what you may not know about this person or situation that you should know. We'll dive deep into some guidance and advice regardless of where you are at on this timeline. And then we'll also take a look at timing, so when things may be manifesting in this connection, as well as some confirmation cards. And yeah, I'm doing this fun new thing with confirmation cards, which may describe you or your person and kind of gain additional confirmation if this may be your reading, which is just super fun. But yeah, Gemini, if you'd like to join me over there, the link for that is in the description box below. Keep watching for a preview. It is at the end of this video. But yeah, that is what I have for you. I hope to see you over at the extended. If not, then I hope that this reading was able to provide you with enough clarity and insight into your situation. But yeah, that is what I have for you for now. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your month, Gemini. I will see you next time. Bye. There may be instances that they find themselves in that push them into reflecting on this connection. So someone may not be able to fight this feeling and maybe a message, but you're going to be feeling very much optimistic about this. You could be dealing, may not necessarily say much about this to you. You may just find out that this is what they are doing. But this person, okay. So yeah, the Lovers. So